Hello there, thanks so much for tuning in. So I'm Tim, this is my Carbon Coach, channel all about allotment life, shop life, sustainable living in general. So as you can see, I am at the allotment. I have been coming up here doing work because it looks quite neat and stuff, but today is very much all about getting the garlic out of the ground and the red onions just over there in the next bed along. Some of them, well, they're starting to rust a little bit. A couple of the garlics have now sent out scapes, and I have been digging out a few, just testing how we're going, and I don't know if it's going to focus on those bad boys or not, but yeah, got a couple of sort of garlic bulbs out and they've been drying off nicely, absolutely delicious. But I have also noticed that I have had some white rot, and those of you that watched the garlic digging out video from last year will have noticed that something wasn't quite right. A few of you mentioned white rot. I decided to risk it and go again this year, and yes, it has struck, so very much we're going to be rotating the beds next time around when it comes to overwintering the garlic. Just before we get into good old time lapse of digging everything out of the ground, I just wanted to say a very heartfelt thank you to those of you that are still following me and tuning in when I do sporadically release a video. This year's been difficult on the time management front again. I don't like taking it easy on myself, and I like having a lot on my plate, but yeah, possibly had too much on my plate this year really with everything that's gone on. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing the shop last week. It's not going to be a permanent feature, but I do want to sort of introduce a bit of shop talk. Obviously it's a huge part of my life now, being self-employed, but yeah, the end goal I think really is to be as self-sufficient as possible. So earn money for myself, grow food for myself and my wife, and yeah, just sort of live that good life really, would be amazing. So yeah, hopefully sort of we're at the halfway point now. It's exactly filming this, so yesterday was exactly 6 months until dreaded Christmas word. Yesterday was the halfway point in the year between Christmas and last Christmas and the Christmas coming. So fingers crossed that things are all looking gonna start looking rosy and stuff. So yeah, anyway, that's enough waffle. Yeah, sorry about that, you know I love a waffle. But yeah, let's get these garlics out and see exactly how many I've lost to white rot and how many are going to be perfect for drying out and eating. Well, there we go. So that is all of the garlic dug out, and so that's what I'm calling successful side at the minute, and this is the side that's not looking so great. You can see kind of like there's bulbs where the skin just haven't formed or it's rotted away. There's there's just like some really nasty bulbs, unfortunately, so that's a little bit sad. I'd say it's about 1/3 of the crop. But then round here we've got, again, so I won't honestly know until sort of they dried out, but we've got some absolutely beautifully sized bulbs, really lovely. We've got some slightly smaller ones, we've got some very small ones here, so they're going to be quite cute, I reckon. But yeah, we've got a relatively decent spread, and there's my phone that just blew over from recording the time lapse. But yeah, we've got, I think it was 2 varieties. There's a more ready variety and then a more standard sort of white variety. But I'm going to get those cleaned up and sorted out. But what we also need to do is get these red onions out. The badger, I think it's a badger around here, has been digging some of them up, and you can see that they are looking a bit more bulbous than they were before in the previous video, which if you want to see I'll put in the corner up here. But yeah, let's get the red onions out as well today, see what's going on. And this is my red onion haul, and I'm really happy with it. So some of them are absolute whoppers. I mean, that's a really decent size. Some of them, that's fine. Yeah, sort of smaller size, possibly bigger than shallot, but yeah, definitely not a whopper. But yeah, this is quite a beautiful crop. I'm really pleased with that. There were a couple that did look slightly mouldy. I don't know if that's a disease or not, or if it's just a bit of dampness on the outer leaves. So I'm going to peel those slightly, take off some layers and see whether or not they can be rescued. But yeah, that is the haul. So that is ready to be prepared and put into the polytunnel to dry out and do their thing. And I'll just gradually take some and use it for chutneys and making salads and all sorts. So yeah, got a lovely haul of red onions and a lovely haul of garlics. Yeah, about 2/3 I think are going to be all right. So with these, what I'll do now is just take the roots off. I'll probably snip off the tops and just sort of store the bulbs in there to dry out a bit and see where we go from there. And there we go. So that is all of the garlics that I've just trimmed up, taken the roots off mostly, and just cut the tops off the foliage. And they're all lining up here on the edge. And this bench is pretty cool. The way I built it is there's a little bit, and it was meant for water runoff, but it's quite good for getting air all the way around the bulbs. And then, yeah, there's still one left in here that I had been drying off previously. And yeah, it's turned out really nice. Got nice, lovely papery skin on the outside. And yeah, that's ready to take home and store or eat. So really happy with that. That's the red onions that, sorry about the noise, it's all of these wooden things in here. But yeah, these are the red onions that I'd stashed in here when I tried to dig them up last time. So there we go. It's actually looking really bare now. It's just highlighting how little I've been able to do, unfortunately, this year. I've got an entire bed completely free, and I've got this half a bed free as well, and that is because the other half's got the sweet corn, which are doing brilliantly well, absolutely loving it. But yeah, I need to go into overdrive now, sowing what seeds I can, carrots, salads, all lettuces. I mean, not sowing salads, you know what I mean. But yeah, doing all of that kind of good stuff just so that I can get something done. And yeah, hopefully there'll be more on that next video next week. I almost said, but I'm just going to say next video. So until next time, please don't forget to do all the usual YouTube stuff, liking, commenting, subscribing if you haven't already. I've been Tim. Take care of yourselves, take care of your plots. Have a fantastic week. Cheers.